Got a problem. I'm married 30 years, and my wife's spending is totally out of control. Came home the other day with a $3,000 dog. She called it a designer dog. I said, what kind of designer dog is this? She said it's a cross between a Shih Tzu and a Bulldog. I said, you spent $3,000 on bullshit? She says, no, it's not bullshit. He's got his papers. So I said, great, so Trump can't throw him out of the country? I said, the only papers I want to see are your working papers. This dog has totally taken over my bedroom. He sleeps on my side of the bed, on my pillow, next to my wife farting and snoring. That's me! I haven't slept in 3 weeks. I got the only dog that has restless leg syndrome. Every 3 minutes, right in the rib cage. This dog, all he wants to do is eat and sleep. I had to take him for his physical, 20 pounds overweight and high cholesterol. So the doctor wants to put him on a version of canine Crestor. $1,500 for a 6-month supply. I said, I don't mind, the medicine, but I'm not going to support him to take him to group therapy. That's out. My wife, she's getting into yoga now. She decided she's going to take goat yoga. I'm not making this up. You lay on a mat, okay? The goats are running around the studio, licking your ears and jumping on your back. I said, this sounds awful. She says, no, it's very relaxing and very therapeutic. I said, yeah, you'll pay a goat for that. I decided that I'm going to take a yoga class. So, first time, what do I have to do? They said, just bring a mat. So I get to class, and the instructor comes up to me and says, Bruce, you got the cutest mat over here. Let me read it. It said, please wipe your feet before entering. I was so embarrassed. Not only that, it turned out to be a hot yoga class. All right, 30 people shoved into a 4x6 room at 150 degrees. Okay? After 30 minutes, the goat sounded good to me. Got a call from my 87-year-old dad. He says, Bruce, guess what? They just opened up a new comedy club in my neighborhood. I said, that's fantastic, Dad. What's it called? He said, Stand Up MRI. I said, oh, Dad, I'm never going to get to play there. I don't have a prescription. I took my parents to breakfast the other day. They decided they wanted to go to Friendly's. Of course, my dad had a coupon. As soon as we sat down, my mother started complaining. These eggs are runny. My toast is burnt. And my dad chimes in, the bacon is raw. I said, Dad, Mom, stop complaining. It's a $2.99 breakfast. Eat it, let's get the hell out of here before they realize you've been ripping them off. My mother calls the manager over and says, hey, how come you no longer have these nice brown Friendly mugs when you serve coffee? He said, well, people kept on stealing them, so we had to stop it. She says, oh my, that's too bad. I needed one more to complete my set. It's getting so bad with my parents that the restaurants are doing Yelp reviews on them. My mother called me up and said, Bruce, I'm so excited. I got a ½ star on Yelp from Friendly's. I said, Mom, I don't think you quite understand the situation here. I decided to take my parents to my favorite restaurant. Took them to dinner, and right away what happens? My mother starts to complain. It got to the point that I could slink so low under the table I could see the gum. That's how bad it was. She said, this is the worst Greek salad I've ever eaten. I said, Mom, what do you expect? We're at a Chinese restaurant. I can't win with these people. After the restaurant, I took them back to their house. I want to see how they're doing. I made the mistake of opening their refrigerator. I got 2 words for you. Food poisoning. Half the items there are expired. The gray poop on mustard was actually gray. I said to my father, how old is this meatloaf? He said, this is not meatloaf. This is salmon. Their milk was so old and curdled, it was like a brick of cheese. I said, Dad, you're supposed to pour your milk on the cereal, not use a spoon. It's terrible. On top of that, they had cottage cheese in it. I said, Dad, it's 3 months expired. He said, I don't believe in expiration dates. That's malarkey. It's a government plot. All right? I said, Dad, but it smells like the East River. He said, no, I believe that this food will last as long as I feel I can tolerate tasting it. Bad. I also looked into their cabinet. I said, Mom, Dad, what are you going to do with all these friendly mugs? She said, I know a lot of people. I said, you don't know a lot of people. You hardly get along with each other. Are you waiting for the Osmond family bus to break down in front of the house? She says, you never know. I saw on Ellen that Donnie and Marie really like fresh brewed coffee. It gotten so bad in their house, I decided to hire a maid, a cleaning woman. But my mother, every time the cleaning woman comes by, she's always making her dinner. And I said, what are you doing that for? Let her eat at home. She said, well, she really loves my meatloaf. On the way over here, I had a little stomach ache, so I had to stop into CVS. I made a purchase, ran into the bathroom, did my business. When I went to dry my hands, there was no paper in the paper towel dispenser, no toilet paper. I said, what's going on over here? Now I know why they give me this receipt. Did you ever read these receipts? They target exactly what I'm spending, okay? Gee, Mr. Lipsky, I see that you've ran into the bathroom over here. Metamucil's on sale. All right, Pepto-Bismol, the gallon size. And there's also a note from the pharmacist. He says, get more fiber and stay away from friendlies. Folks, thank you so much.
Yes!